Good morning grade 7 students. Welcome to our new video with new chapter, that is chapter number 9, soil. So just open your textbook and have a look in it. With chapter 9. Soil is one of the most important natural resources. It provides anchoring, that is hold firmly to the plants and supplies water and nutrients. We all know soil. Yes, it hold firmly to the plants and it supplies water and nutrients. It is the home for many organisms. Soil is essential for agriculture. Agriculture provides food, clothing and shelter for all. Soil is thus an inseparable part of our life. The earthy fragrance of soil after the first rain is always refreshing. We all know when the first time it rains and the fragrance of soil. Soil is one of the most important natural resources, medium of plant growth. It supports the growth of plants by holding the roots firmly. It also supplies water and nutrients to plants. So soil is essential for agriculture. Then the second, that is habitat for many insects and other organisms, as we have studied before. Yes, so it is home for many microorganisms and macroorganisms. Example, bacteria, fungi, earthworm, ants, termites and insects and rodents. Then the storage and filtration system for surface water. Soil stores and filter water from dust, chemicals and other contaminants as it moves downwards through many layers of soil. So it goes through many layers of soil. We will see that further. Thus provides plants with clean unpolluted water needed for growth, and thus it provides unpolluted water for the growth of plants. Soil acts as an engineering medium. So soil are the base materials for roads, homes, buildings and other structures set upon. So we use soil for different purposes. Okay. Then the formation of soil. Soil is formed when rocks break down into smaller particles by the action of rainwater, winds, ice, plant roots, temperature and climatic conditions of a place, and this process is called as weathering of rock. So what is weathering of rocks? When the soil is formed, okay, when rocks break down into smaller particles due to the different conditions, climatic conditions. Okay, weathering is a very slow process. It takes thousands of years for a huge rock to turn into fine particles. So it takes thousands of years, okay, to take this process. The nature of soil, that is texture and availability of minerals, depends upon the rock from which it is formed. This rock is often called as parent rock. So it is the nature of soil, okay. It depends upon the how the rock is, okay. Students, in this figure you can see how the rocks, okay, it is cracked and then broken down and the soil is formed lastly, okay. So this is how weathering of rocks takes place due to the different climatic conditions. Then next, that is different layers, soil profile. Let us see how the different layers of soil. Soil is composed of distinct layers. These layers are referred to as horizons. Soil profile is a vertical section of the soil which depicts all the layers of soil. Can you see in the figure? Each layer differs in feel, that is texture, color, depth and chemical composition. Uppermost horizon, so upper layer, that is a horizon, generally dark in color as it is rich in humus. This part is rich in humus. What is humus? The raw dead matter in the soil, that is called as humus. Okay, the organic component of soil formed by the decomposition of plants and animals remains by soil microorganism, that is humus. Okay, and it is full of minerals. This humus make the soil very fertile and provides nutrients to growing plants. Okay, so this humus, this upper layer, that is very fertile. This layer is generally soft, porous and can retain more water. It can retain more water. This provides shelter for many living organisms such as worms, rodents and moles and beetles. The roots of small plants are embedded entirely in the top soil. So roots, they are embedded in this top layer. Can you see how the roots are embedded? Okay, in A horizon. Then the B horizon, that is middle layer. It is made up of slightly bigger rock particles than that of the soil. So here the rocks are slightly bigger. Has a lesser amount of humus but more of minerals than top layer. It has less humus but more minerals than the top layer. It is often less fertile than top soil. It is less fertile. This layer is generally harder and more compact. This is harder, yes, due as the rocks are bigger. Roots of tall plants reach this level, so which are tall trees. Okay, so these plants root, they reach this. Next, that is the sea horizon, and the last, that is the bedrock. This is the last layer of the soil and is called bedrock. It contains large pieces of rock, so we can see in the figure, and it is very hard in the texture. Bedrock cannot be dug with the help of spade. Then the different types of soil. Instead, most soil are a combination of the three, that is sand, slit and clay. On the basis of the proportion of particles of various sizes, soil is classified as sandy, clayey and loamy. So the most soils are combination of the three, that is sand, slit and clay. Now let us see the sandy soil. Sandy soil mainly contains sand particles. Sand particles are here quite large and they cannot be closely fit together. So there are large spaces between them. These spaces are filled with air and the sandy soil is well aerated. So here the spaces filled with air. Okay, there are large particles. So sandy soil is well aerated. Yes, the air can be filled in that space. Water can drain quickly through the spaces between the sand particles because a larger they are larger particles. So they cannot hold much moisture. Thus, it is not good for plants. Sandy soils lack much nutrients as it has low nutrient holding capacity. So here the nutrients are lacking, okay, as it has low nutrient holding capacity. Then the loamy soil. It is the best top soil for growing plants. Loamy soil is a mixture of sand, clay and silt. So this loamy soil, it is the mixture of all three. It also has humus in it and which provides fertility. High right water holding capacity for the growth of plants due to presence of fine particles. It is well aerated due to presence of large particles. Then the clay soil. Clay particles are much smaller than sand particles. They are packed tightly together, leaving little space for air. Thus, clay soils are not well aerated and it is poor aeration because the particles are smaller. But unlike sandy soil, water can be held in the tiny gaps between the particles of clay. Thus, they are heavy as they hold more water. As they hold more water, they become more heavy. Water drains slowly because the particles are smaller. Clay soil is very sticky and can be used to make pots, bricks, toys and statues, etc. Students, you can observe in this figure the sand, the slit and the clay, how the particles are. Okay, the more bigger there will be more aeration, okay, due to the gaps between them. Here the particles in clay are very small, so there will be poor aeration. Students, I hope you all are clear with this chapter. Related to this chapter, I will send you a worksheet. You are going to write down those question answers in your notebook. See you again in the next video.